Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Newly single mother wants tips on how to survive. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Anybody has any tips on being a newly single mom or how to start over from scratch with a house that has nothing in it, that would be nice. Thanks.
All right, guys, so there's a part 2 to this, and we have an elderly woman here who responded to her and gave her some advice. Check out the advice.
If anybody has any tips on being a newly single mom or how to...
In 1989, my then husband left me with my 4.5-year-old son and took everything. I had nothing. Everything. He took the bank account, he took everything. So I started from scratch, gratefully that I didn't have to listen to his baloney anymore. It was a struggle. I went and got a job. I gave up my acting career, which I loved, and started selling light bulbs over the phone and became very successful. That I opened my own company, and I didn't have to give him any money. So you can do it. And I got furniture from the Salvation Army. That's right. I got secondhand furniture, secondhand clothes for me. My son never. He always was first in my book and still is to this day.
All right, guys, so there you go. We've got some advice there to a modern woman who is now a single mom. And the advice that was given from the elderly lady there was, you'll be okay. I started business. I was highly successful. And you can do the same too. So first things first, we're not going to make fun of the old lady, right? Old people have a special place in my heart. That's how I was able to work in retirement homes for 10 plus years, is I like old people. Listen, you learn so much talking to the elderly. So we'll be nice to whoever's grandma this is. But taking her out of this situation, I understand that if you are a single mother, it's probably difficult and you probably need advice on how other single women are surviving, single mothers in specific, because it's difficult. But I do think this is not the right advice. This is not the type of advice I would give someone who I cared about. And I can see a lot of other single moms out there give the same type of advice. Start a business, be a boss babe. No, most of you women are not gonna grow a business. You're not gonna be successful in building a business. Not while being a single mother. I'm talking about the majority of women out here. If I was giving advice to somebody who was newly a single mother and I cared about them, I would let them know that they need to find a man and figure out what they can do to bring enough value to that man. That person can grow up in a 2-parent household and they can receive some help instead of just encouraging single mothers out here to be boss babes. Now, will it happen for some people like it did for the elderly lady there? It will happen. But I'm sure it comes with sacrifices, guys. Working in retirement homes taught me one thing. One of those things is there's nothing more lonely than a person, specifically the women have a harder time with this, who didn't have a family or a husband when they hit retirement. A lot of those women suffered. So again, my advice would be different. As always, the internet did respond, and we're going to check out a few of these comments. First comment here says, ladies, this is why it's important to always be independent and to make your own money and be strong. Jeez. Or you don't leave your marriage. Another person here, the creator, responded and says, I will forever be giving this advice from now on. But didn't she say she got left the house? See, women who get much more than what that elderly woman got in the past. Because part of why things have gotten so far to left, right, in support of women is because at one point, men would leave women as they got older and would take everything. And so they had to change the divorce laws. I forget exactly when this happened, but they had to change the divorce laws so that they benefit women who couldn't work at the time, etc. So that when they got to their elderly age, men just wouldn't replace them for a younger woman and they get nothing, right? But in today's age, y'all are doing a whole lot better. You have nothing, you got a house. The question is, what did your husband get? I'm assuming he got a whole lot less. Next comment here says, yes. Again, listen, I haven't done more research into this story. What would be terrible will be to find out that the guy's dead or something like that. So let me make sure. This stuff happens. So let's make sure it wasn't some tragic situation. I think this is a result of divorce, but let's see. So guys, usually I'll do more research just to make sure I kind of understand most of the story. You know, you don't know everything, so I've been wrong before. Okay, so here I found a video that looks like it's explaining what might have happened in this situation. I just assume that this is a result of divorce. No more wasting time. Let's check it out.
So I just stepped away from my desk while working just to clear this up really quickly. It's come to my attention that I think a lot of people believe that I'm in a domestic situation. And I just want to say that I am not. Domestic is very serious. It's a very real issue, and it's not something that I'm experiencing, and I would never try to take on a trauma that is not my own. So I just want to come in here and say that I'm safe, my kids are safe. If you were planning to buy something from my wish list or send any money through Venmo or help me in any way other than just by giving me advice and love and encouragement, if you were doing that because you believe I'm being in danger, please give that energy, give that effort, give that money, buy something off the wish list of somebody who is experiencing domestic.
Think about that for a second. She went online and cried on TikTok about her husband. And the first thing modern women thought, right, and these are probably other ex-wives, single mothers, is, oh no, she's getting abused. And not only that, they're thinking she's getting abused physically. I didn't see anything else on her page that indicated that. But they jumped to that conclusion, which kind of, I hope women realize that when they get online and try to smear the name of their ex, people are going to assume the worst of that guy, right? You got to be careful. Even if you guys aren't together, it's a little bit effed up that more women are just comfortable just like going online and potentially painting their ex in the wrong light. The good thing is he's still alive. Let's hear if she gives a little bit more information about why exactly she's now a single mother. I thought it was divorce before doing any more research. Let's find out.
It is so important to me that they are prioritized over me because that is not my situation. That is not my truth. And I would never want to paint it that way.
Good job for
my
clearing it up.
husband and I are terrible for each other. We are in a very toxic marriage, and we exhibit toxic behavior to our kids, and they just deserve better. And that's scary for me, and that's hard for me because, like I said, I don't really have anybody. I have 2 siblings and my mother figure. My mother is my dad's ex-girlfriend who's only 30. I'm 23. And they all live pretty far away from me. None of them are in my immediate area. So that was scary for me, and it was devastating for me because, yes, I am starting from scratch with nothing, with no family, but I am not being a...
But you have a house, so you're not starting completely from scratch. And good job in her not like blaming her husband, saying he's completely toxic. But instead of you being a boss babe, like many women are going to encourage this chick to be, why not go get help and figure out how to be a better wife? Right? Maybe if not for him, if he doesn't want to get help, for the next guy, because you're going to need help, lady. You're not going to get out of this by starting a business, but you may prove me wrong. But again, this is a general video. Let's keep listening.
So please do not think that. I'm safe. My kids are safe. I appreciate all of you. I love you. I have started utilizing a lot of the resources that you've given me. And also, if you have bought something, there was one person who bought something from my wish list, or if you've sent me money through Venmo and you think I'm in a relationship and that's why you donated to that and that's why you did that, let me know and I will send that money back to you.
Why? People were sending money to her because they thought she was in an abusive relationship. I wonder why they would think that. Maybe she did. I don't know, guys. Maybe you guys might find something on her page. I didn't see anything. Here's another thing I just thought about. As a man, the only resource you have to console you after a situation like this is the manosphere, right? It's RP content. And this is why a lot of these platforms are really important, because it's the only community men have where they can also go talk about these issues, how they're bettering themselves. And I hope you guys do that, like within the comment sections or other platforms. Men need healthy ways of talking through divorce as well, especially because they experience the worst part of it. Think about this. As a woman, you can get on TikTok after the divorce and cry your eyes out. And now guys and women, and I bet guys too, are simping, sending you money, going, oh, beautiful queen, you got this. But as a guy, you're not going to nearly get anywhere near as much sympathy. You're going to get more people kind of shaming you than you will get help if you get on there and start crying. All right. First of all, women are going to say, well, what did you do? They're not going to assume that you were getting battered by your wife. All right.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Can't make this shit up. Let's keep listening.
Okay, I don't want to receive help under false narrative, false pretenses. I would never do that. So do not hesitate to message me and ask me that and say that to me and be honest, because I would rather the resource, the money, the energy go to somebody else who is experiencing that imminent danger, because I'm not. I'm scared. I'm tired. I'm devastated. But my husband is not. And that's very important that I say that.
That's good.
Thank you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for the support. Like I said, I appreciate it more than you guys know. I have cried many tears reading your stories and reading your hardships and what you've overcome. I'm so proud of you. You're so strong. You're all incredible. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we got a little bit more context to clear up the situation. Let's get back into these comments. Next comment here says, he did you the biggest favor. You wait and see. Go for it, girl. Did you the biggest favor. Gosh. Just lying to this woman. Another comment here says, single parents are superheroes. I'm proud to be raised by my mama. Another comment in response to that says, my youngest son is embarrassed of his own mom. Won't let me even meet my granddaughter. Maybe you did a terrible job. And then she goes on to say, I wish he understood how hard it was to raise my two boys on my own. It's hard. Bless you. That's the message that needs to get preached out here. It's hard, it's difficult, and your kids may dislike you after you're done. Final comment here says, girl, you better smack the shit out of him. Another comment here says, yes, childcare now is like paying for two homes. Childcare would cost me around $1,000 a week, give or take. Another person here says, yes, but we're already buying secondhand and still struggling. Don't be a single mother. Another woman here says, best feeling ever to start from scratch. It's made me a better person and my kids more thankful for the things they receive because they are also struggling along with me. See how that works? And then the final comment here says, definitely went through this, sis. It was super hard many nights. I would cry myself to sleep. I started with getting my baby stuff first. Yeah, your life may become easier if you leave a marriage, because dealing with people is a challenge, right? If we all could lock ourselves in the room, didn't have to go to work, deal with the boss, deal with people across the street, deal with your landlord, deal with people, we would be lonely, right? But we'd have less problems. But you just don't quit to make your life better, because it's no longer about you as a family, as a husband and wife. It's about the kids. And that's who truly suffers at the end of this, while these women celebrate about their fresh start. The trajectory of their children, statistically guaranteed to impact them, those innocent kids, negatively. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you thought of this video. Longer than I thought it would go, but hey, comment down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.